Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Honorable Speaker of the Legislative Assembly of Andhra Pradesh, His Holiness Honorable Dalai Lama, Honorable Minister of Urban Development, Government of India, Excellencies, distinguished participants, dear students, women leaders, media representatives, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you all. Shubho Modhanno, আপনাদের সকলকে জানাই আন্তরিক শুভেচ্ছা ও উষ্ণ অভিনন্দন। I am honored and delighted to be here in this beautiful new capital city of Amaravati, in the Sangam of Krishna and Godavari in Andhra Pradesh, to join the National Women's Parliament, a first-time ever initiative in India to discuss and deliberate on empowering women for participatory democracy. At the beginning, I congratulate the Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. I congratulate the Honorable Speaker of the Legislative Assembly of Andhra Pradesh and all the honorable members of the Legislative Assembly for this excellent initiative of creating this very special platform where women from diverse professions and sectors, politics, social sector, education, sports, media, women legislators and parliamentarians have come together. I congratulate the young students and representatives of the new generation, the potential future leaders who have joined us here this afternoon in this National Women's Parliament. I congratulate all participants joining and present here this morning. I convey my best wishes to Honorable Speaker of the Lok Sabha, Her Excellency Sumitra Mahajan. I bring with me and I convey to you the warm wishes from Bangladesh Parliament and the people of Bangladesh to the people of Amaravati, Andhra Pradesh and to the people of India. Distinguished participants, we live in an era of globalization. This is a time of technology, information communication technology. Both globalization and expansion of technology have significant ramification in shaping, impacting and changing our lives. It is in this global scenario that we are still talking about women empowerment. Women rights movements have come a long way. If we look back, we find how a tea party launches a revolution way back in 1848 on a sweltering summer day in upstate New York, where 4 women got together for tea, where Elizabeth Stanton raised the issue of equal rights for women. The journey began through many such conversations at different times in many corners of the world. We have our own history of women movement, of our journey to establish women's rights, to promote women's interest in our subcontinent. We have our own long struggle, and the journey continues till today. Let me begin then posing by a pertinent question. Why are we still talking about women empowerment? Why is it necessary to discuss this even today? The answer is, though the journey has begun and continues, women empowerment and respect for their rights is still not a reality in every woman's life. Women constitute majority within the 1 billion poor living under $1.25 a day. Why a vast majority of world's poor are women? Women producing 60 to 80% food play a major role in ensuring food security. Yet, women farmers are often invisible. Women face difficulties in gaining access to capital, resource, land, ownership of productive assets. Women bear an unequal burden of poverty. Women suffer wage discrimination, labor market inequality. Women fall victim to maternal mortality. Women are still victims of violence. It is in this backdrop that we stand here today to discuss and find innovative ways to respond to these current and emerging challenges. We need to comprehend women empowerment is a holistic and a comprehensive concept, encompassing economic, social, legal, and political empowerment to end historical marginalization of women in every sector, including political process and representation. In analyzing the role of women in a participatory democracy, let us begin by examining why is it necessary to ensure political empowerment of women. Because economic empowerment gives them the voice, and it is essential to allow that voice to be heard in the corridors of power, in decision-making process that affect the lives of women in a fundamental way. It is time to change the dynamics, to put an end to other people's perceptions defining our lives. Political empowerment is necessary because we need to reap the benefit of the effectiveness of female leadership. Women are change agents. Women bring a different way of thinking, a cooperative spirit, patience, a gift of reading people, empathy, networking, abilities, negotiating skills, drive to nurture family, children, and caregiver. And all these are the invaluable traits which help build a better society. We talk about inclusive democracy. We are more familiar with representative democracy. When we talk about participatory democracy, then we must talk about inclusive democracy that identifies and includes voices that are not being heard. In order to ensure this, democracy must ensure political equality, equal right to participate in political decision. This is at the core of participatory democracy. We wish to eliminate inequality, thus gender equality must be ensured. Women empowerment is an essential precondition of inclusive, equitable, participatory and sustainable democracy and development. A robust democracy must create opportunity for inclusion of women in every sector. It relates to our aspiration to build a collective global future. Ladies and gentlemen, Bangladesh has a unique story to share in women empowerment. The Honorable Prime Minister, Sheikh Hasina, Leader of the House, is a woman. The Speaker, myself, is a woman. Deputy Leader and the Opposition Leader are women. This is a very unique feature of Bangladesh Parliament. But our strength of women empowerment is not confined within this. Our rural women are equally empowered and they are in the process of gaining economic, social and political empowerment. We have 50 reserved seats for women in our parliament, and this is a provision of our constitution since 1972. The number has increased till date to 50. We have 20 directly elected women members of parliament in this 10th parliament. So altogether we have 70 women parliaments in our parliament. At the local government, through legislation, we have been able to bring in women leaders at the grassroots there are women leaders at the union level, at the sub-district level. And at the union level, it is around 12,000 women leaders that we have in local government as members of union councils. We also have 500 women vice chairperson at the sub-district level. So women are serving in the armed forces, air force, navy, police. We have women judges in the High Court Division, in the Supreme Court Appellate Division of our country. We have women ambassadors, and women are visible in all the different professions. This has resulted through a series of steps, measures, policy initiatives adopted by the government of the Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Social safety net protection for poor and destitute women, widow allowance, lactating mother allowance, maternal mortality prevention maternal allowance, skill development, access to market under Joita initiative, gender responsive budgeting, one house, one farm model for economic empowerment are some of the important programs which are being carried out in Bangladesh for women empowerment. What is important is to have a legislative framework in place to give the policy support through appropriate policy responses, and constitutional provisions take it forward with a greater impetus. So we need to overcome the impediments. The political parties need to nominate more women for them to come through direct electoral process. We need to remove the barriers, the impediments that hinders women from coming into parliaments through direct election. If we want to build a planet 50-50, then we need to review the policies, legislations and the measures which are creating hindrance or which can then facilitate our goal of attaining a planet 50-50. I always feel that it is important to combine opportunity with capacity building so that women have the capacity to avail the opportunity, and both together, the opportunity and capacity building can create the enabling environment. It is important to engage men in this partnership and to change the stereotype mindset that exists. Ladies and gentlemen, I will conclude with two quotations. This is a story of transformation. It is a change that has already begun, a change already taking place that can be accelerated if all of us unite, join in and work together, unquote. Let us translate our commitments into actions. Let us transcend the glass ceiling and pave the way for women to attain leadership positions in our society, in our nation, and at the international and global level. I thank the organizers for allowing me this opportunity to share this momentum with you in this beautiful city of Amaravati. I conclude with another quote. Ladies and gentlemen, if ever the world sees a time when women shall come together purely and simply for the benefit and welfare of humankind, it will be a power such as the world has never known, unquote. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. May Bangladesh, India friendship live forever.
राजनेताओं ने डॉक्टर साहब से बहुत कुछ सीखने जैसा है। इतना सारा हुआ, उन पर एक दाग नहीं लगा। बाथरूम में रेनकोट पहन करके नहाना, ये कला तो डॉक्टर साहब ही जानते हैं।